Hello everybody, welcome back to the Euro Truck Simulator series, A Trucker Goes Trucking. Today we are going to continue off from where we left off and start our little journey. Now, a few things to note: we have increased our realism, we've got some mods now, and we've also increased the gameplay realism as well, so the cab and trailer suspensions should act according to how they normally would do. So we can't take tight corners because we'll flip the trailer quite easily. So we're going to see how it goes. So let's head on our way out. Let's go. As you can see, the cab does respond a little differently to how it used to do. So there's no flying around corners anymore. We're going to have to take it real easy like we would. As you can see, the cab rocks quite a lot as well, as you would expect. So we're going to get ourselves out of here, hopefully in one piece. Now we're in a Volvo today. Sorry, we're in a Renault today. So again, we're using the company's vehicles. We've not got our own yet still. Oh, what's that? We can't get out here. What's telling me? Is this going to lift up? Okay, so we can't exit there. Oh, where's the exit? Let's follow it around. Oh. So it's a little sluggish. Okay, right, let's see if we can find the exit. That beeping is the system telling me that I've got low air pressure. Now, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep this on, as last time I used it, all it did was beep at me every time I braked. Now, in real terms, it doesn't do things like that. You get, once your air pressure's built up, systems remain quite full and there's no issues. But for some reason, this game, whenever you use it, every time you come to a set of traffic lights, it's telling you got low air pressure. So we'll see how it goes. We may have to take that out. But we'll see. Let's just get ourselves out of here and onto the road. So we're in a bit of a quarry. So we're just going to take it easy because these are quite weird turnings. They're on bad cambers, so you can flip a truck quite easily going through there. But we're coming off there now onto the main road. Now, because the load wasn't that heavy, we didn't need to use our diff lock. For anybody who drives 4x4, it's exactly the same diff lock system. For those of you who don't know what a diff lock is, basically your wheels turn all independently when you drive. Use a diff lock means that they don't, so you don't get as stuck on loose ground. But we're off there now, so let's. Ooh, okay, that load is quite heavy. Alright, now one of the things I did put in was increased traffic. However, it looks like we've got no traffic to go, so let's head on out. Okay, we're on the road now. We're in a 50-mile-an-hour zone. So I've improved the road signs, the traffic, the vehicles, everything like that should look a little bit more realistic now, so we'll see how that goes. Ooh. Now it's still a little bit groggy on the steering now that we're using the realistic settings, because obviously I'm using a joystick, which is very much similar to a keyboard. You do have some play there like that, where you can just turn it slightly and it's not going to just launch you one way or the other. But see, you can see the trailer now. The trailer is nowhere near as stable as it was, so we need to slow right down. Oh, there we go. So just got to get used to these settings with using a joystick. We'll get there. Just about getting used to it. We've got engine braking, so when we're going downhill it should set nicely. We're in 30-mile-an-hour zone here now. Oh, we're going to turn left here. As you can see, I'm braking and my air pressure is down already. It's not quite real that, but we'll see how it pans out. If it stops us from driving, we may have to take it off. We'll see how it goes. Coming nice and slowly. That's the thing, is people think that vehicles like this act just the same as vans and cars and buses and stuff. They are completely different. They are nothing like that. You know, you can't just fly. I see low air pressure, and we've not done anything. Hopefully we can... I've got no bloody map now. Can I have my map back, please? Thank you. So it's trying to stop us. Which you shouldn't be doing that. So I'm not quite sure. Maybe you know some different settings to I do, but yeah, I think we're gonna have to turn it off. I think that. Because as you can see, we're doing 8 mile an hour. We shouldn't be doing 8 mile an hour. We should be driving. The engine's running. We're moving. Come on, let's get some air pressure in the system. So we'll just wait for it to go. So we're rolling slightly. Right, let's see if it'll let us go this time. Okay, we can move this time. Now, as far as I can tell, there is no automatic braking, so it shouldn't actually be affecting us. I'm just going to let it roll into the roundabout. Well, the roundabout's clear. Take it nice and easy. We'll just come to this set of traffic lights, and I am going to turn it off because that's really annoying. So we'll just park it there for a second and we'll be right back. And welcome back. And as you can see, we can actually go. Now we don't have to stop every 2 seconds to get some air pressure in. As I say, that is completely unrealistic. Once your air pressure, newer systems like these now, that as soon as you're up and running with air pressure, unless you're doing massive amounts of braking, you're never going to run out of air pressure. Sometimes when you drop in trailers and stuff like that, yes, you do get moments where the air pressure from the unit's taken from the trailer. But yeah, nothing like it's showing on the game. So we've took it off and we'll just run it as is. So, we've got 130 miles to go, which is 2 hours 42 minutes. Obviously that's game time. So, I'm going to make the journey here. It's only a short journey, so we'll just cut the journey off and we'll be right back when we're entering the city. Until then, see you all shortly. Well, welcome back everybody, and we're just coming off the motorway now into Newcastle. So, most ways into the cities kind of come off the motorway a similar way. Just these roundabout slip roads that you get, which don't look too bad until you try and take them at full speed and they flip you instantly. So just take it down a bit. There we go, nice and easy. Now with the new settings, this is going to be a little rocky, so let's just make it nice and easy. There we go. You see the road is really bumpy. Just picking up a bit of speed. There we go. Oh, that was a bumpy slip road. But without too much trouble, we're off. Okay, there we go. There's definitely a lot more traffic than there usually is, which is nice. I like that. It's a bit more realistic. I don't know whether the traffic increases due to the time. We'll have to see what that mod does. Let's see if at 5 o'clock we can't get anywhere. Just hold ups and all sorts. That'll be quite interesting. I don't think it'll do that far, but it'll be a nice little touch if it did. So Newcastle upon Tyne. Oh, we're in a average speed zone, so let's just calm her down a little bit. we'll just head on into the city, nice and easy, just watching our speed. Average speed zones are everywhere. It's pretty standard. They're a nightmare. Okay, right. Let's see where we need to park. We're in Newcastle upon Tyne discovered. Fantastic. Okay, so where we need to go? So we need to go head straight over the roundabout. We'll just take it nice and easy. Clear on the roundabout. Oh, car nearly cut us up. Take it nice and wide. And then we need to... Well, you knew where I was going. Head on over there. Is it here? Oh, I think it's here. Here it is. There we go. Yeah, I missed it then. Okay, let's see where they want us to park it. Looks like they want it there. Right. Now I've changed it so it shows cones rather than them lines, so it's a little bit more realistic. So let's swing her around. And let's put her in. So it's always much easier to do it on your good side. However, it's a little bit far forward, so we'll just take her out to the front. Right, let's have a look. Ooh, there we go. We'll just move her into position. So this way should be a little easier for us to see, hopefully. Let's have a go, shall we? We are completely missing it. Let's just take her forward. Okay, let's back her up again. There we go. Just nice and steady in. You don't get any points for doing it quicker. Oh, there we go. Just straighten our cab up. Just a tad there. Excellent. Final touches. Get her in. I just want to just straighten her up a little bit more. Don't be cynical, but I like to make things nice and straight. Okay, excellent. There we go. And if we have a look on both sides, as you can see, we're in on both sides. Excellent. We'll just straighten the cab up a little bit. Just straight back. So as you can see, there's no dialogue anymore asking us which trailer we want to do. We will always do this sort of trailer drop, as it's obviously the most realistic. Now if you'd like to see the trailer swaps skipped, then let me know. There we go. And I'll skip them. Okay. We're still level 1, but we do have a skill point to use. So I want to try and unlock everything here. ADR especially, high value cargo especially, fragile, just in time deliveries and eco driving, definitely want to get all of them. Well, the main one I want to do is long distance, because the longer the distance, the more money we're going to make in runs. And then we want to look at doing some ADR loads, because obviously the long distance plus the ADR will give us some good money. Let's just pop a point in the long distance for now. Oh, I should show you what that gives us. So now we have long distance up to 217 miles. We also get a little bonus as well on anything longer than 155 miles. That's bonus XP as well, which is good for us. We have an email. Need money? We can help. Excellent. So the local bank is now available. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to take the biggest loan we can. Let's have a gander at that. So we have 87,500. we've got our load already, so we're going to visit the truck dealer. Sorry, delivered our load. Now we have 94 grand. The only one we have is Volvo, which I'm happy with because I like Volvo. And yes, we do want to travel to London. And let's see what we can purchase. Okay. So how much is that? That's 89,000. 91. The rest. So 91,000 for that one. So what have we got there? Okay, that's the FH16 Classic and that's the FH Sleeper. Okay. See, that's got... It's more engine power, more torque. I'm not quite sure why it's cheaper. I think we're going to go for this one here. Yes, it is smaller and it is still a classic sleeper, so... But we'll still have a bit of money left over. Has he got a bigger tank on that one? No, it's still the same fuel tank. Not quite sure why that's a bit more expensive. Just a different model, I guess. So we're going to go for the classic sleeper here. And we have our first vehicle. Fantastic. So we have our own vehicle now. So instead of taking jobs off people, which we can still do, we are now going to be taking loads off people. So their trailers with their loads with our truck. So now we have to be careful of our fuel consumption because it's going to be all down to us to refuel and our cost, etc. Look at that. Now we haven't got much money, so we're not going to change anything on the vehicle at the moment. However, we will look at doing paint jobs, accessories, some beacons and stuff like that. Well, this is our first vehicle. It's pretty basic inside. It's your typical Volvo. Even got a crappy radio in it. Has it got the new? Yeah, they got the new digicard reader. So there we go. That's it. Our first vehicle on the road. 16 reg. Nice big fuel tanks. Not a big AdBlue tank, but they don't do AdBlue in this game. But there you go. It's a typical Volvo. FH16. There we go. Well, that's it for this episode. I'm going to cut it here because we've got our first vehicle, we've got our second load done, and our daily rest is up to half, so I think we're going to need to do some daily rest. Otherwise, I've got no problems with our servicing. Okay, oh, didn't want to do that. Actually, no, we can't. We can't rest in the garage, so we'll get ourselves another job and we'll rest on the way for the job. I think we're back in Manchester now, so let's have a gander at our world map. Yes, we're back in Manchester now. So we have the freight market available to us. We also have external contracts available to us as well. Let's have a go. Let's have a look and see what we've got in our freight market. Okay, that's over to Denmark. That's a good dollar. So that's going to be our first job. So we need to head. Where do we have to head to first? We have to head to Sheffield for the load and then over to Denmark. Okay, so that's going to be us for this episode, as I've already said. I hope you've enjoyed it. The realistic mods and the realistic settings I've put in now are making the game a little bit more interesting, hopefully, for yourselves. And as I said in the last episode, if you'd like to see the journeys a bit more, let me know and I will place them in maybe a little time lapse with a little bit of music over them, or if you just rather have it like I've done this time, where I've skipped the journey completely and giving you the entry and exits into the cities and anything that actually happens. Now, most of the time things don't happen down the road unless somebody decides to cut us up or we've got accidents and stuff. But hopefully you're really enjoying this. I really enjoy playing the game. It reminds me oh so much of work, but there we go. But until next time, everybody, take care for now, and I'll see you all on the next episode. Bye bye for now.